Hi guys, it's Nicola here from Hermione Rose, Pamper and Parties, and thank you for tuning in. Welcome to our brand new YouTube channel, Hermione Rose Make and Create It. We're very excited to launch this into your living rooms. As you know, no one can go out anywhere. We are all stuck inside and it's absolute chaos. So to pass the time and to still not miss out on workshops around the world, we are bringing ours into your living room. So Make and Create It channel is all about looking at things that we can make and when we create it. We'll be bringing you our bath bomb making kits, we'll be bringing you our slime making kits, Harry Potter workshops, everything that we do, we are bringing it into a box like this, sending it to you, and you're going to be able to have everything you need to make it. So today's workshop is the very first one. Kids, you have to bear with me, I'm not very good at technology. You know what I'm like when you come to my actual workshops and parties. So it's not going to be frazzle dazzle YouTubes and showing you all these things. It's just going to be me showing you how to do it from home. So please bear with me. Enjoy it. It is for fun. And the idea is that it gives you time out and you can concentrate on something that you enjoy. So we're going to make bath bombs. This is the very first one. We're going to stick to our normal bath bomb recipe and we're going to end up making some beautiful bath bombs like this. So we've got these, how cute and gorgeous do these look. Now this fragrance is the Thai lime and mango, and it smells gorgeous. So we're going to be making these ones. The other workshops you'll make, because if you notice in your kit there's quite a bit of ingredients. If you've got the mini kit, the second workshop, which will be shown next week, is going to be the multicoloured swirly bath bombs. And we've also got the secret coloured bath bombs. Okay, so we're going to show you how to make those over a few different workshops. So you can either do it all at once or you can just watch it and then do some another time. So before we start, I thought we'd have a little test and see how they work. Now I've made all these yesterday and I haven't actually tested them, so it would be quite interesting to see what to do. So I'm thinking, first one I want to test is the ones that we're going to make today. This one has broken a little bit, so I'm going to use that one. So this one, we're going to pop it in the water and just see. And you see that, look at the spit bubbles. So this one has rose petals mixed inside. Ooh. So the rose, so don't do that at home guys. The rose petals will just float on top of your bath, okay? And it's worth saying here, when you do put the rose petals in all the lavender seeds in your bowl, don't put in loads, because otherwise it's just going to look like a sewer in your bath. It won't be enjoyable. So you just want a little scatter. So in a bath, that's about the right amount. In a bowl, it probably looks a bit too much. So that's what we're going to make today. And the other one I want to test is one we're going to make in a couple of days' time. I haven't tested this one, and this is our secret colour changing. So if I bring the bowl to you, I'm not very good at this, kids, remember what I said? I'm going to pop it in and we'll see what happens. Okay, so it's a gorgeous pink at the moment, very fizzy. Oh, it smells really, really cool. So can you see the pink underneath the water? And if I've done this right, it will change colour. Or I've used the wrong bath bomb. Oh no, I've used the right bath bomb. Okay. If I do it that way, you might be able to see the colour changing when it comes out. Can you see underneath now? Oh, I went straight up my nose. Smells really cool though. Okay, here comes the colour changing. Can you see it? And it's now going a deep purple. So if I pull the bath bomb out, you can see the hidden colour is there. And it's now starting to fizz. So because it's pink and blue make purple. So our colour has changed. Can you see how the colour is changing now from pink and it has gone to purple? And you can do that with any colour. So if you had the blue and yellow kit, what colours are going to change? Comment below. Let me know what you think. Yeah, it's going really nice purple. Purple's my favourite colour. I love it. Okay, so that is another one we're going to show you how to make. So we're not going to do that one today because I don't want to do it all at the same time for you. I want you to tune in and then you can do them as and when. Okay, so let's get on with today's bath bomb workshop. So I'm going to move these gorgeous bath bombs out of the way so I have some space to make today's. Okay, so hopefully you're still with me. I've not bored you yet. but we are going to start making it. So what you will need for today's workshop is a bowl, okay? Any bowl is fine. And then in your kit, this one is the mini kit. In your kit, I need you to get out your 1 bag of sodium bicarbonate. It's back to front, but that's the bag. It's the big bag. It looks like flour. 1 bag of citric acid. Okay, it's a smaller bag, it says 150 grams on it. You will need your grapeseed oil, your colours. Oops. So you've got your pink, your blue, or your yellow and your green. You're going to need your gloves, your fragrance oil, your measuring cup. So all these are your wet ingredients. We'll keep them all together. And then you'll need your lavender seeds, your rose petals, and your mould. And there's some packet. Oh, and get your little your lollipop stick. Okay. So the rest of the packaging that's already at the bottom, and the rest of the sodium carbonate citric acid, leave them in the box because they are for the next workshop. Okay. Just move them out of the way. And we'll just go over. So let's just check you've got everything you need. Sodium bicarbonate and citric acid, 1 bag of each, okay? Rose petals and your lavender seeds. Your mould, your lollipop stick, and your gloves. And then on this side, we're going to keep all the wet ingredients together. I've got my measuring cup, my fragrance, my oil, and my colours, okay? So we should have everything we need. Right, so first thing I need you guys to do is to put on your gloves. Now, to open these bags, you need to go to the top, pull it apart, and then just pull it, and it will open, okay? And there should be 2 sets of gloves, or 4 if you've got a bigger kit. So just get out 1 set for yourself, and we're going to pop them on. The easiest way to pop them on, you give them a little blow, and then you can put them on your hands. Okay. Because just feel like a doctor wearing all of these gloves. Okay. So if you're struggling with your gloves, put them on like that, just to make sure they fit. Okay, they are 1 size fits all, so fingers crossed they are okay for you. If you've got your jumper on, you might want to just pull your sleeves up a little bit, just so you've got some movement and you're not going to get your clothes caught up. Okay, so now we've done that, we're going to start off by mixing our dry ingredients. So when you make bath bombs, you're going to do it in 2 phases, your wet phase and your dry phase. So your dry phase is anything that is dry, that's why it's called dry phase. And so for this reason, it is only your sodium bicarbonate and citric acid. We're going to combine those 2. So first thing I want you to do is pick up your sodium bicarbonate bag, which is your bigger bag, go to the top, like I've said, okay, pull it apart, and it should pop open. Okay, and you're going to empty the whole bag into your bowl. So get every bit of ingredient into your bowl, so your bag is empty, and then just pop it to the side. Okay, when we've done that now, when you open it, you'll probably see, I don't know if you can see from the video, but you should see lots of little lumps. So what I want you to do is just go into the bowl and just break these lumps up so they turn back to dust. And you're going to try and do that with as many as possible. And this will make your mixture lovely and smooth. Okay, so I'll give you a chance to do all that. Okay, so if you are new to Hermione Rose Create and Make It YouTube channel, can you please subscribe to it and tick on your notifications, so then next time when I launch another one, you will see it and you'll be able to watch it then. Okay, and then comment below what you think. Comment below what you think I need to do, or comment below tips on how to do this YouTube channel, because I don't have a clue. I'm trying to do this, guys, to give you something to do, but I'm very new, very new to all this. So please bear with me. Okay, so keep rubbing it together and mixing it up so you get as much of them out as possible, and this will give us a lovely smooth mixture. Okay, if you have a tiny few at the end, that's fine. It's just the big ones you need to get out. Okay, so once you have done that, and you think it's smooth enough, rub your hands together, get all the dust inside the bowl, we're now going to add in the citric acid. So this is your citric acid. This is derived from lemons and limes, and you'll find it in your sour sweets, coax lemonades and cleaning products. So it is a household item. Okay, so just again, open the bag like we said. So go to the top, pop it open, and you're going to empty the whole bag into your bowl. Okay, and then just again leave to the side. Now what we're going to do is we're going to, using our hands, we're going to mix the two together because we want it completely combined. So at the moment we've got the citric acid sitting on top of the sodium bicarbonate. We're going to rub it in together so this all looks the same. Okay, so using your hands, just pretend it's a spoon and stir it all around so the citric acid and sodium bicarbonate combined. It might feel a bit scratchy at the top and a bit cold and smooth at the bottom. So you keep mixing until you kind of think it all feels the same and you can't tell the difference. And if you look in your bowl, mine looks all sparkly and glittery, and that's all the that's the citric acid. Oh, no, not coughing. There's the powder. Right, now that I've done that, I'm just going to pop that to the side. Rub your hands together so everything goes in the bowl, and just pop your bowl to the side. We have finished with the bowl for now. Okay. The next thing we're going to do is mix our wet ingredients. So you need your cup. So all the wet ingredients is going to go into this cup. Your oil, your fragrance, and you need to pick a colour. Okay. So I'm going to go for the pink one because I've already made these lovely blue ones. So I got that one wet when I splat the water. See what it's done to the bath bomb because I splattered water on it. It started to fizz. Let's put a pretty one in front of us. Okay, so that's one I've already made. So I'm going to use a pink colour. Now the first thing I want you to do is I need you to have a look at your measuring cup. At your measuring cup you will see there's some lines down the side of it and numbers. What I want you to do is carefully pour your oil as close as possible to the number 5. So if it's slightly above the number 5, that's fine, but you want to get as close as possible to the 5. If you get up to the 10, you put too much in, you need to pour some back in. Okay, so just the number 5. So once you know where the number 5 is, pop it down, open your oil, just a twist top, and just pour it in to get to the level you want. Okay, so just gone slightly above the 5, but that's fine. Okay, you won't be able to see the numbers, but it's going to be roughly that much. Okay, once you've done that, that's the oil finished with. We're not going to use it now until we make our next sort of bath bomb, so you can pop it back down by your box. And we're going to add in our fragrance. Okay, so the fragrance oil you've got, you just need to twist it open if it's the first time you're going to use it. And you see it's got this plastic top. Now what that is an air compressed how the fragrance comes out. So as soon as you tip it upside down fully, the drops will drop out. If it doesn't drop out instantly, just wait a couple of seconds and they will come. And you're going to count to 10, okay? So if you get more than 10, it's fine, but try to close as 10 as possible. So are we ready? Pop your cup on the table and pour it upside down and start counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That came up quite fast, so I think I did 11 there. But again, it doesn't matter, it's close as possible to 10. That's the fragrance oil finished with for today. We're going to pop that back in our box. Okay, so once you've done that, we're then going to look at our colour. So we have gone for pink. You're just going to twist it open. Oh, a bit tight, it's brand new. Okay, and the top's going to come off. And again, we've got a little dropper at the top. I'm just going to wait a couple of seconds to allow everyone to catch up. Okay, so once you have opened your colour in, you're going to pour in 40 drops, okay? Just holding it upside down, nothing will come out. By giving it a tiny squeeze, a drop will come out. So you want to count 40 of those, okay? I'm not going to count out loud, I'm going to count quietly while you're counting quietly to do yours as well, okay? if you squeezed it and it went out a little bit fast like I just did then, that's fine. Just carry on counting, count that as one drop, okay? You're not going to ruin your bath bomb mixture. So I've got my 40 drops in my oil, and you probably noticed it's all gone a bit blobby. Can you see how, oops, my gloves are in the way. Can you see how the oil and the colour have not mixed? That's because the colour has water in it, and oil and water don't mix. So even if you try to swirl it around in your mixture, it will go into even smaller blobs. Okay, so don't worry about mixing, you don't need that to mix. Oh, it smells lovely. Okay, so we're now going to mix this with this. Get back to your white bowl, just give it another stir around quickly, and this is what we're going to do. So as soon as you pour this into your bowl, it's going to fizz straight away. What I want you to do is I want you to do it really quickly, pour it all in, and then cover up the mixture to stop the fizzing, and it'll go all lumpy. And then we're going to rub that mixture together. Okay, so after 3, we're going to pour and we're going to mix. Ready? 1, 2, 3, pour and stir. So mix it all together, and straight away it's gone like that. So what you're going to do now is you need to make sure all your white ingredients changes colour. So if you pick up the mixture and rub your hands like this, it's all going to change it to red, to pink, or whatever colour you picked. Sorry, I picked pink. So I'm just squeezing it and I'm mixing it. You can do it with both hands like this if that's easier for you. But whatever you do, make sure you get the mixture from underneath. Can you see on my bowl by here? All that's white. So I need to get that, scoop that up and twist it. So a bit more white there. Okay, so make sure you're getting it all, it's all mixing up. And it will start to feel a little bit like kinetic sand. So it's kind of sticking together. And the texture you want is the texture, if you're at the beach and you're making a sandcastle, if the sand is too dry, the castle will break. And if the sand is too wet, it won't come out of the bucket. So you kind of need to get that perfect consistency where you can squeeze it together and it kind of holds a shape. But when you drop it in the bowl, it'll break up. That's fine. Once you get to that consistency and all the colour has mixed up, you need to stop mixing straight away. And that means taking your hands out of your bowl, rub them together and leave your mixture. If you continue to do this while you're contemplating what to do, you will end up drying your mixture out, and then it kind of goes all grainy and powdery. When it does that, we've missed the bath bomb moulding stage, and we've just gone straight to bath fizz. So once you've got the consistency where you can squeeze it together and it holds a shape, but if you drop it, it breaks, that's perfect. So now that we've got that, we're going to leave the mixture. And it's time to start moulding. So I've got my mould in front of me, and the first one I'm going to do is just put it together to make a plain bath bomb, like this one, without the blob. Poor bath bomb. Okay, pick up one side. I want you to pick up some mixture, give it a little squeeze in your hand, and place it into your mould. So you don't push it down, just placing it in. Get a bit more and do the same. So I'm not pressing it down, just putting it in, but I've made a mountain. Okay, so we need to leave that mountain for when we push it together. So pop that in your bowl, pick up the other side and do exactly the same. So pick some mixture up, squeeze it in your hand, place it into your mould, pick a bit more up, squeeze it in your hand and place it in your mould so you have another mountain. So I have 2 big mountains, and over your bowl, because you don't want the mixture to fall out all over the table, over your bowl you're going to gently push the 2 together. So some's falling out, that's fine, we don't need that, and that's why we do it over our bowl. Push it together as hard as you can, holding it. You're just going to wipe away the edges, and can you see how there's a little line all the way around because it's not touching? That's brilliant. If your 2 moulds are touching, just take off the top, scoop some mixture up and push it back on top and push it down just so you get a little rim around it. That means you put enough product in your mould, and it also means it's not going to crumble. So now that I have done that, I pushed it really hard, I'm going to tap. Turn it in my hand and tap. Okay, so just tapping 3 times, that's just to make sure the mixture the bath bomb that you've made will come away from the metal lid. Okay, and then I'm going to take the lid off. You've got the first half. Okay, and then turn it over in your hand very gently and pop it on the table. So he's got a hat on, and then take the hat off. And you have your bath bomb. That's the first bath bomb. So we've made it. Don't poke it. If you poke it, it's going to crumble. We need to leave it like that for half an hour before we can touch to pack it up. Okay? It looks really pretty. So that is your first bath bomb. Try it again. Let's do it again, just so we know exactly what we're doing. So pick up your mould, get your mixture, squeeze it in your hands, place it in a little bit more to make our mountain. We have a mountain. Pop it in your bowl. Do exactly the same with the other side. Squeeze it in your hands, place it into the mould, a little bit more. So I haven't got much of a mountain there, I'm going to put a bit more on. So what kind of like Mount Snowdon? Okay, so we have two mountains. When we press it together like that, we compact the mixture. It fills up all the air to form its shape and stick together. If you have pressed it down before you do that, you've already taken out the air, so that when you stick it together, it will just come into two halves and it won't work. So I've got my rim. There's a little bit of, not much gap that side, so I'm going to lift it up, scoop a bit more mixture in, place it on top, squeeze it a bit more, so I've got my rim. Just wipe it. I'm not twisting it, I'm just turning it around just to wipe the edges, make it tidy. Pat it 3 times. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I don't know why it's 3 times, just what I do. Take off the top. There we go. And then remember, I'm going to turn it over onto the table and take off the hat. There we go. 2 bath bombs. Just another 4 to go. So what do you think? Is it working so far? If you made that and they're working, let's start to decorate them. So why don't we put in some lavender seeds? So again, go into the top. Just want you to pull it open like that. And you're going to sprinkle a small amount of lavender into one side. You only want one side. I'll tell you why in a moment. So I'm just going to take a pinch out, put it into my mixture. Don't want too much because they will fall out off otherwise, and they'll be floating in your bath. So I've got a little bit too much, it takes a while. So you just need enough just to cover a little bit in your, you can't really see, can you see there? So it's just a little bit, just to cover that bit here. So you're just covering the base, okay? So now I've covered that, I'm going to pick up my mixture, give it a squeeze in my hand, place it into my mould, a bit more to make my mountain, and leave it in the bowl. Again, to your side, not putting anything in this side, because otherwise this is the bottom of my bath bomb, it will only fall off. So I'm going to pop the mixture in, squeeze it in my hands, place it in and make my mountain. Okay, and then we're going to press the 2 together like we did before. Get our little rim, just tidying it around, okay, and pat it 3 times. Now, remember I said to you, we're only going to put the topping in one side. This is why. So when I open it now, there's my topping. You went at a bit of an angle on this one. Because I don't want it to fall off when I turn it upside down, I'm putting the lid back on. This is the side I'm going to start with. So I'm going to lift off the top. There's my bottom. I'm going to turn it upside down, place it on my table, and lift off the lid, and there you've got my seeds. Okay, should we do another one? Okay, pick up your lavender seeds, put a little pinch into the bottom of your mould. Try and get mine to be a bit more central this time. Okay, pick up your mixture, squeeze it in your hand and place it into your mould. Again, a bit more. Squeeze it in and place it in. We now have our mountain. Pop it into your bowl. And do the same with this side. No lavender seeds. We're just going to squeeze, place it in, and squeeze and place it in. Okay, so we have our mountains. I'm going to squeeze the two together. We've got our rim. Don't forget, if you haven't got that rim, you can just scoop a little bit up, but make sure you put it on the bottom, not where you put your seeds. Okay, so I'm going to tap it 1, 2, 3, lift it off. There it is. Just move that one gently out of the way. And there we go. A little bit more central, still slightly off, but doesn't matter. Okay, let's do rose petals. How are you getting on, guys? Is it working? Please comment below what you thought as you were making it, and if you had any problems. If you comment what happened, I can then explain to you and tell you how to fix it, okay? If you put your mixture on, your bath bomb mixture on the table, your bath bomb, and it broke, scoop it up. Just scoop it back up in your bowl and try again. If it broke, it meant you've not put enough ingredients in your mould. So just refill it and make sure you press it down so it's really tight, okay? Because they need to have that compact to be able to stick it. So if it does this, let me explain. I'm just going to fill up this one, but I'm not filling it up enough. So I've poured it in like that. So I've not pressed it in my hand at all. I've just sprinkled it in. I've got 2 mountains as far as I'm concerned. It looks like 2 mountains. I'm pushing it together. My mixture, my mould is touching. And I lift it up. I've got a bath bomb. And when I place it on the table, it's broken. Can you see? It's broken. That's because even though it looked like a bath bomb shape, I hadn't put enough ingredients in to press it. So this is what I do. I scoop it back up. Let's try again. So I squeeze the mixture in my hand, and I'm making sure before I put it in here, I'm squeezing it so it sticks together, and then I'm pushing it in, but I'm not pressing it down. I've just pushed it in, and I'm making sure it's really full, so it's a nice big mountain. Now I want to put rose petals on this one, so I'm just going to sprinkle some rose petals into my bath bomb mixture, into here, my mould, sorry, not mixture, and then I'm going to fill this one up. So squeezing it and placing it in, okay, squeezing it again, putting it in. Now the mixture's running out, so my handfuls are coming a bit smaller, so just put a little bit more in to make my mountain. I'm going to press these two together. Okay. If you can't put enough mixture in and it's touching, just lift off the lid. So I've got the rose petals on that side, so I'll put the lid back on. I'll do this side because that's the bottom. Scoop the mixture in your mould, so it's half full, and squeeze it again. And keep doing that until you get that rim. So that side I got a rim, but this side I haven't. So I'll take it off again, put a bit more in, and I'll squeeze it again. And now this one's going to be a big one because now I've got quite a big rim because I've put quite a lot in there, which is absolutely fine. So there's my bottom, pop it in, and there's my top. So this one's a bit big, see it's bigger than this one because the rim, but it's nice and solid. So don't forget, you mustn't poke the bath bombs. Okay, so I've got a little bit of mixture left. Now I've got 2 options. I can make another bath bomb which would be quite small, or I can turn this into bath fizz. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sprinkle in some lavender, rose petals, just a little bit. I'm going to pour that in, and I'm going to get some of my lavender seeds, and I'm going to pour that in as well. Just a little bit, not too much because otherwise we'll be just swimming in a swamp. Just a little sprinkle. Okay. So it looks pretty. And then we're just going to mix it up. And we're just going to mix it up like that, rub it together. So remember I said if you over mix your mixture, it kind of feels grainy. If your mixture is feeling grainy now, this is the consistency you want for bath fizz. So we're going to leave that so it looks really pretty. Okay, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave that in my bowl because when I make my next colours next time, that will dry out and go nice and hard. And when I make the blue fizz, and I have some left over, I'm going to put it on top, and I'm going to mix them together, and then that will make like a pink and purpley bar fizz. So this is the bar fizz I made from my previous pack, where I had the blue and pink left over from each one. I let it dry in a bowl. You can put it into a little cap if you need to use a bowl for bar making. And I just let it dry for a couple of days. And then once it was all dry, I packed it up. So some bags will have a little cone, and some of them will have a little bag to put it in, because we ran out of cones halfway through. But when you sprinkle this into your bath, can you see? When I sprinkle that into my bath, I don't know if you can see that. No, you can't see it. But it will sprinkle, and it will just go all different colours, and it will come up to the top really fast, and it makes a really lovely bath fizz. So that's like a nice little gift to give to your mum, really, or for yourself. Can you hear fizzing? Okay, so we've made our bath bombs for today, and we're going to package them up. So once you've made your bath bombs, try and give them about half an hour just to sit to harden up. Now remember, I made the blue ones yesterday, so I'm going to pack the blue ones up and leave the pink for now. You can take off your gloves. It'd be easier to take gloves off. So we'll take off our gloves. And if your hands have a little bit sweaty, just give them a try. Okay, and then if we go back to our box of goodies, we've got some packages. So you've got some ribbons. That's what they are, the long strips. So get out a couple of those. Now I've got 3 and 3, so I'm going to leave those there to dry because they're still a bit soft, but I'll use the blue ones. So these have all dried, so I'm going to pack those 3 together, and I'm going to pack these 3 together. So I'm just going to get 2 of these bags. So you want your packaging, get your ties, and some ribbons. I put lots of different colours in, so you can pick your colours, okay? So I've got my ribbon. Anything else, you can pack it away in your box if you want to. So I'm going to put my moulds away, my colours, my jug. And I'm just going to place that into the table out my way. And I'll show you how to do it. So open your ties first, it'll be easier to have everything ready. Right, so your bag, just rub it together and it will open. Pop in your bath bombs. Just still be gentle with these when you pack them because they are still a little bit soft. They will take 24 hours to dry completely, to harden up. So if you're packaging them now with the video, just be really gentle. If you're going to wait, just come back, look at 33 minutes, and that's when we start our packaging. So I put them all in there. I've squeezed the top together, and I'm going to get my tie, and I'm just going to wrap the tie around. So if you wrap it around both hands, pull it. It's a bit tricky because I've got these nails on. Get hold of the 2 ties and just pull them together as hard as you can and try and twist them. So you just need to twist it. And that should hopefully, so that will hold the packaging. So we'll just do the same to the other ones. So rub your bag together. There we go, open it, place them in very gently. Be careful of the toppings, you don't want them to fall off. I'm going to put the rose at the top, so I've got my lavender away. And then we put these on top. Okay, so there's my bath bombs. Squeeze the pack together, picking up my tie, going to wrap it around a bit like a belt, hold it, and then we're going to twist it to tie it up, and then you can wrap the tie, and just wrap it around like that, okay? So they're now secure, and then we're going to look at our ribbons, okay? So if you pick up a ribbon, can you see? You've got the arrow taken out at the top and the arrow at the bottom. Make sure your arrow is at the bottom. Holding it like that between your index finger and your thumb. You've got it. Now, if you go to the top and just rub it together gently, top will come apart. So you want to split it so it's like that. And can you see there's a ribbon inside? Now that ribbon, you want to hold it between your index finger and your middle finger, like that, like scissors. So if you put it in between the two fingers, like that. So I've got my index finger and my middle finger. All my other fingers are out of the way, just these two, and it's sticking in between. So the flaps are each side, underneath my fingers. And then pull. There we go. You have a ribbon. And the ribbon you pulled in the middle splits into two. How cool is that? So just grab your bath bomb, and then what I want you to do is just tie a little knot. Now if you do struggle with this, ask your parents to help, otherwise you are ready to go. And you've just created a really lovely bath bomb gift for somebody or for yourself. You can cut these ties off, or what I do is I just tie a little bow at the back. I do, I just can't do it. Okay, so I've got a little bow at the back. There we go. How cool does that look? Should we try again? Okay, so remember, the arrow goes down the bottom and the cutout are at the top. You're going to open the two flaps, put it between your index finger and your middle finger. Just swapped hands. All I've done, I'm left-handed, so I do tend to use my left. Oh, that's my left hand. I do tend to use my left hand a lot more, but just to show some people right-handed. So the ribbon is in the middle, and it's like that. I'm pulling the ribbon in the middle up, and then when I open it, I have my bow, and this splits into two. You got your bow. You get your bath bomb, and then just tie it around. Now in your kit, I've also put some stickers that says made with love. So get out a sticker and pop it onto your bag so people know that you have made this with care and love. Okay, so have I got any stickers in my box? I don't remember seeing them. I might not put them in this one. No, I don't give myself stickers, but get your sticker and then you can just place it in the corner or in the centre, wherever you like, and you have made your bath bombs. Okay, so look at this. This is today some stunning bath bombs for your friends and family, or for yourself. So guys, don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel, because the next bath bomb will be using your remaining ingredients and we're going to blend the colours, okay? I hope to see you really soon. Please comment below what you thought. I hope you enjoy your bath bomb, and look after yourself. Stay safe. Thank you for watching. Take care.